let's check this out. Alright everyone, and welcome back to Wbel. On this video we'll cover the matches of the round 2 of the Enthusiast division. So the first fight will be Ram9 against Jesus, and after this we're going to see GB79 against Isvar. So let's check this out. Before we begin, let's say a big congrats to Ram9 for reaching 3rd place in the world tournament. Really impressive fights. It's a big feat, man. I don't know if you understand it, but yeah, that was really great seeing you there. You totally deserved it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I was cheering you on, like in watching you not only just do incredibly well, but doing well with the teams that you're comfortable with, that you like. It made the stream a lot more entertaining, I'll say that much.
Yes.
But no, it was absolutely fantastic getting to watch, and huge congratulations, man. That was massive.
Alright, so here we have Ram9 against Jesuslbl. So on Ram9 side we have Alphonse, Surges and Velney. On Jesus side we have Warrior of Light, Bartz and Uni. So let's check this out.
Yeah, I am actually really curious. Like I said, this team from Jesuslbl is obviously a very strong one. I was a little scared in seeing how it would do on this map, because it is a smaller map. There is a lot of height range, but I'm afraid that Bartz might not be able to get his follow-up in time. But we will have to see. I mean, obviously Jesus put this into account, and it looks like he gets at least the Boko's protection off. Which is great for the AoE res, but the main thing that we want to make sure is that he gets off his follow-up buff. It looks like Ram9's units are going to get another turn to move before Bart gets another turn to buff. So Alphonse might be able to bait out Bartz before he gets a chance to use his follow-up, but it looks very likely. I don't know if Bartz is in range because he has very bad height range, but he should be in range to hit here. Yeah,
yep,
he's in range,
is.
so there's no follow-up coming out from the Bartz here. Let's see the damage though, because he might not even need the follow-up if the damage is...
Oh, that's a lot of damage. So about 6k, so next we have Surges. Oh, he can hit them all. Not a lot of damage though, but a lot of uni, but it was expected. So now we have Warrior of Light. What is he going to do? Shining Sword, so not a lot of damage. Now he has Regain. So now we have Uni. Does she have the EP? Yes, 23. It should be enough. Finishing Arrow. So less than 1k. Next we have Velney, Night Hunter. Oh! Finishing off that Warrior of Light. So now we have Alphonse. He can reach Boulder Blockade, killing that Uni. Not a lot of damage on that Bartz though, so next he can retaliate. Who is he going to hit? Probably Alphonse again. Yes, he has enough 8. Oh wow! So finishing off that tank. So the tank are pretty useless in this game. Oh wow!
My goodness. Ooh,
Okay,
that
so
was
that
a high-octane match.
so that Alphonse did nothing, but that Surge just one hit KO'd that Bartz.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, once Alphonse went down, I was still giving it to Ram9 just because we saw how much damage the Velney did. I mean, because we saw the Surges only really deal not a whole lot in that AoE attack. I wasn't thinking he would have what it took to one-shot the Bartz, but man, was I wrong. That was 9,000 damage right there. He just needed to not do an AoE. I mean, because he did have the AoE buff from the beginning, so that makes sense. I wasn't expecting the single target to do that much more.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate for Jesus that they started face to face, because Jesus Bartz didn't have time to use his follow-up buff. I think he might change this for the next match.
Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't fault him if he ran the same team back. I think it's a strong team. I think the positioning would be difficult, and also just the fact that Ram9's units were just so much faster. They were able to go first, and just thinking about it, not only were Ram9's units going first, the tank went first. You know, Alphonse is not a slow tank by any means, but to have the tank going before like Bartz or something like that is definitely a bit concerning. Coming over from Jesus' side, so I could see a bit tuning of the agility and also change in positioning as well.
I said it last week. You have to use this little pocket in the middle where the statues can protect you. So if he starts there, he'll have time to buff.
Yeah, I think that'd be definitely a good situation. That, or also kind of maybe taking a page out of like previous maps, where potentially putting the tank off all the way to one side and just having Uni and Bartz next to each other, and hoping that the AI just draws themselves over to the tank, could also be a potential choice. So I'm just curious to see what he ends up doing.
So same teams for next fight.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Like I said, for Ram 9, since it won, I'm not a big fan of predicting, changes for the winning team, because if it won, it won. For Jesus, I could see a change, but I think if Bart's got his follow-up, the match would have been a lot different. I definitely could have seen a chance for, actually a pretty good chance for Jesus to win that one. So I think if he gets the buff off, yeah, I'd say the same team.
All right, let's check this out.
Oh, hey, yeah, same teams. All right.
Yes, same teams.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
All right.
All right. So, same teams, but looks like we do have the change in the positioning. Doesn't look like he's utilizing that pocket exactly, but he is more off to the side. And I don't know. It still looks like Alphonse might be able to get into range to bait out the Bart, so I'm not sure how much I like it. Well, maybe not. Oh no, he completely turned off his AoE buff. I like that. Okay, I like that change up. It will make his team a lot less tanky. Like Surgis, if he gets in range, is going to be able to hit like a truck. But like I said, if Ram 9's team can't get in range to begin with, it's not a problem. So let's see.
Not much damage, only 3k the follow-up on that Alphonse. So let's see for the rest. Okay, so not that much on the other twos. So they all have probably a lot of single target resist, so now they have to kill them fast. Otherwise, it might be a really... Oh, okay, so a lot of damage on those two, but not able to kill that Uni though. So now Surges, I bet he's in range to a big AoE. Armor Piercer, yes, so killing that Uni, so that's kind of huge, but now Bart is in range probably for another AoE. So let's see. Yes, Blades Blitz. Oh!
Oh my goodness. Okay. So one thing I wanted to point out right from the bat. I don't remember exactly from last match, but I'm pretty sure Velne used Night Hunter on Warrior of Light last match, and it did about 9 to 10,000. She did the same thing on Warrior of Light this match. It did 4,000. I don't know if I missed a buff that he used this match that he did differently, but I think it was all equipment. I think he just completely loaded him up with single target resistance or something.
Yes, I think too.
That was a draft. That was a drastic difference in damage coming out from that Velnet.
Fortunately, Ram 9's in a pickle. He needs to find a solution against this team because he have to kill them before he can reach them. Let's say that Bartz can do another AoE like this again. He can't sustain the 2 waves of follow-up.
Yeah, that was one of the most impressive things I saw, was the fact that not only did the tank survive very well, not only did Bartz not need to use his AoE buff, but Bartz, just off of that one buff, was able to still do an AoE that did about 10,000 to everyone. Mm-hmm. That's really hard to overcome coming from Ram 9's side. He's going to need something, because Jesus' team in that match looked like they had both the sustain and the damage. If one of those things was lacking, it's easy to exploit, but I mean, with both, it's definitely gonna be a hard thing. But I mean, if there was a player that could do it, it would be Ram 9. So
yes, he needs damage.
He needs damage. Yeah, he needs damage. The way that he died that match was an AoE. Ferris is the queen at stacking AoE, as he has shown. So I guess my vote would be for the Ferris.
All right, so let's check this out.
All right,
Ferris.
Yeah, let's go. I like this. Like I said, I think. With granted, Bartz's follow-up is a single target, so that will be very scary. The follow-up is still terrifying, but his Blade Blitz, which is what cleared the team last, like I said, the follow-up wasn't actually, I mean, it did a lot of damage, but it was only like 4-ish thousand, which is easy enough to sustain and keep going. But that Blade Blitz was absolutely terrifying. So I like this change up from Ram 9. And also the Glaciella, which has been putting in some crazy work this season too. So I don't know. I like this change up.
Yes, and check where this Glaciella is and check where the other team is.
Oh my goodness. That is... Yeah, I didn't even notice that. That is aggressive, and I love that. If Bart doesn't get up his follow-up buff, that could be massive, especially if Ferris stacks her AoE res. This could be. I actually really like this for Ram.
Let's check this out. So first we have Glaciela. Oh, she's not in reach though. Okay, all right. So next we have Ferris. So fortunately for them, they are the fastest. So we have healing. Okay, so that was unnecessary. Okay, so now we have Bart. So what kind of level of damage it do? Single target resist on that Ferris. That's curious.
Yeah, that's scary though, because she probably has so much AoE res.
Oh, 10,000.
A lot of damage, but she lived.
Night Purge, so we have Immobilized, but they are already face to face, so it's kind of useless. Stop Strike killing that Ferris. Oh no.
Wow.
So now we have Uni, but she doesn't have the follow-up, so it's not that bad. Alright, so about 3k. Next we have Glaciela. She has.
Let's see.
Oh, stunning though too.
Okay,
that's pretty massive.
That could
Yes.
be huge. Yeah.
Obliterate. No.
Going straight for the DPS.
Yes. Wait, what happened?
I have no idea, but
Oh no.
I don't know, but oh yeah, that.
Jesus' team was simply too tanky, unfortunately.
Yeah, and a little unfortunate. I mean, also like I said, building all that AOE res was both a huge help, but also kind of the downfall because Bart is able to go straight for that massive single target attack. But I mean, it's not over till it's over. There's a doomed Uni, and Bart was out of AP, but the follow-up is there now, and Bart gets to go again, and he has AP. So, yeah, that was rough. Like I said, I love this change up from Ram 9. I think it was a very smart, not only choice in team comp, but also positioning. I can only imagine that he predicted that Jesus would be there. Otherwise, I don't know why he would position so far up like that. That felt like a massive mind read over from Ram 9's side. But yeah, because the single target resistance wasn't there as much, the 10,000 damage allowing for Warrior of Light to come in and finish her off with an extra 3,000 was just a little too much. If she would have survived that hit from Warrior of Light, I think this would have been Ram 9's fight. I definitely think that if Ferris was able to get off an attack, Ram 9 would have won this match. But it was just a little too much damage, unfortunately.
It seems so unfair because Jesus' team was so damn tanky. Oh, I think I know what happened. I think that Jesus' team predicted piercing, and you know how piercing units are kind of really easy to mitigate because they don't have any resist piercing penetration. Once you stack piercing resist, it's done. You completely shut off those piercing team.
Yeah, but I know that Warrior of Light has like an innate like minus 15, minus 20. Like Warrior of Light, that's his main weakness is piercing, so it's very...
He's the one who were taking the most damage, but he has so much healing and heal back, so it wasn't too bothering.
Yeah. That's why I was like, I still stand by my point. If Ferris was able to get off an attack,
yes,
I think it would have been Ram 9's fight for sure. We'll say another master class showing from Jesuslbl's team.
Absolutely.
This is a very difficult team to beat, and yeah, I wasn't even a believer on this map because I didn't think the buffs would get off, and it ended up being pretty true, where you're only able to get 1 or 0 buffs off, but he still managed to make it work. So that fight, he didn't even need the follow-up buff. He didn't need any buffs. Bart's attacked on first turn and still did what it needed to do. So it's just a strong team overall.
All right, so GG to both players, and congratulations for Jesus to making it into the third round.
Yep, GG to both players.
Alright, so here we have Isvar against JB79. So on Isvar's side, we have All Day, Flag Bearer Glaciela, and Valet. On JB's side, we have Mariel, Kefka, and, surprise, surprise, Summer Ketone. So let's see how it went.
So this is not only my first time seeing Summer Ketone come out from JB, but probably my first time seeing her ever. I feel like I've said that a lot during WBEL, but man, I can't recall ever seeing her be played. So I might have to rely on you to help me with some of what she can do.
She's really good in manual.
Oh, I bet. That's probably, like I said, probably why I haven't seen her. Like I said, I haven't played manual that much, so this is, like I said, probably my first time. But here comes the first hit with the Banished Gun. Not doing too much on that Elda. Yeah, I mean, but she has also the tank. I'm expecting the Kefka to do a lot more.
Yeah, yeah.
Surprising?
I guess that GB anticipated a team that will be weaker to Magic. So let's see if it was right. So now we have Valade, so a buff for ice and wind. It will probably not help in this case. So now we have Marielle finishing off that all day. Alright, so next we have Glaciela, so what kind of level of damage? Oh, surprisingly
Not
very
bad,
low
yeah.
on that Marielle, yeah. So now we have Kefka, yeah, Hyperdrive again, again, not that much damage. Okay, so that Glaciela is really tanking magics, that's really great for GB. Now we have Kirada on Flag Bearer, she's going to go again, so Retaliation, Triple Cross. Alright, so both teams are really tanky, so it's going to be
Yeah.
exciting until the end. Alright, oh, Magic Reflex!
Oh! That's huge.
Yeah,
That's
honestly,
massive.
yeah. Oh, but this one is going to aim for Glaciela, probably because she was out of range, or LB. Oh, Asleep has procced. Okay, so more damage next time she's going to be... Oh, that's...
Oh, the sleeper move! That was so clutch. Valade doing that magic reflex was just so massive. That
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, Kefka's like, die already.
now you know that he would have died. And wow.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. So I learned that Summer Katone's LB can do sleep. That was pretty cool. But seriously, no, that was a great match.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised by how much damage the Elda tanked, because once again, I know him for being a very good physical tank after his upgrade, but I didn't know he could tank magic that well, honestly. So being able to survive at least 3 hits from all of JB's team was actually pretty impressive. Would have liked to see Glaciela follow up a little sooner, but I mean, because she didn't, she was able to get the haste buff off, which was huge. I mean, honestly, like, it worked out very well in Isvar's favor. So I don't really have much comment. Like, but that magic reflex was massive. I think without that magic reflex, JB would have won that one, just because not only would the Valade not be there to support, but that Asuna right before her turn came up was huge.
Yes. Kefka and Ketone being able to tank that much damage. I mean, I saw Kefka tank a lot of damage from the likes of Sephiroth, so I'm not so much surprised about Kefka, but Ketone tanking nearly as much as Kefka was really great to see.
Yeah, that was really impressive. Like I said, like you were mentioning in the fight, both teams were incredibly tanky.
Yeah.
I was surprised all around for pretty much everyone. I mean, aside from Valade, but that's to be expected.
Alright, what can we anticipate for match number 2?
Honestly, the hard part about anticipating anything different is that I do think that JB would have won without that reflex. So if he ran the same team back with some minor alterations, I wouldn't fault him for it. On the other hand, I don't know. I could see the Summer Jaden. I mean, honestly, yeah, I'd probably say Summer Jaden and go for more of a ranged route, or stick with the same team and just do some small alterations, because I've seen JB do that a couple times where just make a few tweaks and all of a sudden the match just completely shifts in his favor.
I think we'll definitely see a change from Isvar, simply by the fact that piercing units are kind of easy to adjust to. You just have to stack a piercing resist and that's it, they're done. Also, we'll probably see some sleep stones on on his units
Yeah.
now, just in case.
I could see the Bradley. It's hard to say. I'm just, there's a lot of units on both sides that I would not be surprised to see them take. Like, it's really just kind of a crapshoot at this point.
We could see Kefka against Kefka.
We could, and I would love to see that.
Alright, let's vouch for this.
Yes. Especially with all the crazy sound effects. Yeah, I'm here for it.
Alright, match number 2 unfortunately was cancelled. GB79 made a little biggie. He bring another costed team. So by the time we're shooting this video, they are probably in a conflict resolution. I guess that they'll simply set up a date for a rematch for another date. But technically, Isvar is in his right to only accept the previous match as a deconnection and go forward to the next round. So we'll see by the end of this video what's going to happen with those two guys. So for the match number 2, the real one, on Isvar's side we have All Day, Bradley, and Valet, and on GB's side we have Murmur, Perrine, and Wbel. So let's check this out.
I said, unfortunately, because the second match was canceled, I don't have exactly A to B sort of analysis of like why he changed the teams that he did, because there was a whole match in between the two. But that being said, I do like this setup over here from JB, because you have Perrine, it's a very strong strike unit, said it a million times. Also has the elemental advantage against
All Day.
You know, the yes, King Eldon, the Isvar special. So yeah, that, and then also the Uriel.
Yes, which is massive damage.
It's huge that she lived though. It was massive damage, but it's huge that Murmur lived, because she can actually at least get a hit off, which had the courage removed from Uriel. So that Bradley no longer has courage, which is huge.
Yes.
Would
So
have been
massive
nice to see
damage on
Murmur
the
do a
All
little
Day.
more. Yeah, that was also nice damage. So I don't know. This is looking good for JB right now.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, well, it was bound to die at this point. It's already good for him that she couldn't reach Bradley, so massive damage on that Uriel. So Perrine retaliation, killing that Bradley in one go. So that courage removal was really big. But
Yeah.
Valet has full life, but on the wrong person.
Oh, yeah. I mean, King Eldon's
Yeah.
great, as far as proved, but against these two units, it's, yeah.
Yeah, too little damage, unfortunately. So even with basic attack, it's done.
Yep.
Oh yeah, but Valet is still in the back.
Yep, but does he have two full lives or just one?
Just one.
Just the one, right?
The only one that
I mean,
has
go
two.
Valet! Wow, actually,
No, there's two
4,000
units that has two.
damage.
Naya and that archer from FF Collab, I don't remember her name.
Oh, okay. I don't remember either.
We never saw her in any tournament, so. So subjugating fist and 10k and it's done.
Yep. Well, like I said, I did like that that bring from JB. The courage removal against the Bradley was massive. That Uriel was also a good choice for that reason. But just for the Bradley, it also worked out incredibly well. And then, like I said, Perrine just being an amazing unit, showcasing why I keep saying she's an amazing unit every single time. And yeah, against the King Elda, it was like a no-brainer that because she chained off of that Uriel, I think she had like a 5 chain going and did probably around 20,000 damage on that one attack. It's crazy.
Alright, so we can't wait for the next video. Unfortunately, the game is done right now because it is patching.
Right now, there hasn't even been a decision that they are going to have a third match. I'm assuming that's probably the way that it's going to go down, but it could just be, like you said, Isvar just takes the win, or Isvar could just say, no, you got it, and then, you know, it just goes on. But I'm hoping for a third match just for the content reasons, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I know, do it.
Alright, so let's check the next match. Alright everyone, so we have a match. So for match number 3 on Isvar's side, we have Golbez, Valet, and Beach Elena. On GB's side, we have Murmur, Uriel, and Perrine. So let's check this out.
Alright, instantly, Isvar, I respect this pick. That's crazy, and I'm hoping it works out for you, because I have not seen Golbez pop off, and I am super excited to see him in this match. But, like I said, JB bringing back that Uriel Perrine team that put in so much work last time, it's going to be scary this time. Especially because Helena not only is lightning, but one of her main ways to survive is courage. So it's going to be pretty scary going against JB's team right here. The initial buff rotation, though, for both sides, I'm liking quite a bit. Every buff that you kind of want to see each team get off is happening.
Yeah.
So when the teams fight each other, they're going to be at full force, which is always what I love to see in a fight. Whenever only 1 or 2 gets put on, then it's kind of a little disappointing. But let's see. Here comes Golbez channeling a spell. Will he get it off? He will.
Nice silence on the physical unit. That Golbez also proc the Vega TMR, the beginnings, so unfortunately for him, he wasn't able to proc a Berserk, but now it's the end of his life. But Isvar has a Valade, so a full life is casting. Has been cast, so this is back on. Alright, so Helena, Mermaid Dance. Let's see what level of damage can she do.
With the LB, it does a lot. Well,
6,000.
I was expecting.
A little bit less, even on a water unit, but now that URL really did oh, wow.
Whoa,
okay, so that combo killed them all. But man, the damage on that URL, wow.
Yeah, the damage on that URL was actually pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting to see that at all. I mean, Helena is a lightning unit, but I mean, Perine's a water unit, so we saw how much damage she did as well. So it was surprising to see.
Yeah, it's always deceiving how much damage that gold base can take. It's always he was supposed to be a mid tank, but no.
Yeah, I mean, he took all 3 of the hits from JB's team the first rotation around, but with the re-raise and no buffs, he melted pretty quickly there. All
right, so we have a winner for this series. So with this win, JB is going to advance to the 3rd round.
Yeah, congrats to JB. And like I said, that was a fun match to watch. I do respect the Golbez pick. He's, like I said, he's a hard unit to make work. I did like the Vega strat there. And if that Berserk would have landed, that could have been massive for your side there. But yeah, unfortunately, like I said, Golbez, like I said, he's a hard unit to make work.
Isvar told me that he didn't add any response for that strike team, so at least he tried something.
Yeah, so he anticipated the strike team, which kind of makes sense with the Summer Helena pick against the Perrine. But yeah, against the URL, it's a little hard to have something else there to mitigate that elemental disadvantage. And like I said, the courage removal on the Helena in the beginning was also pretty rough.
Yeah, he also told me that even though he wanted to bring Bradley, unfortunately on the GB side he had a Summer Jaden, and he was too worried about him bringing him.
For the content, I love seeing the Golbez, you know. That's it's always a treat.
All right, GG to both players, and congratulations to GB79.
Yep, GG to both players.
Alright, so next week we're going to cover the semi-final. So we're going to have Alcor against McRain for the blind division, and on the Enthusiast division we're going to have JB79 against Jesuslbl. So we really can't wait to see those matches. After this we're going to have the grand finale in the live stream. So stay tuned, an announcement is going to be made at this effect in the Discord server, so please don't hesitate to join in. Also in the description of this video I'm going to put a link for our survey. For those who follow Wbel during the season, it's a way for us to get to know in what we excel and what were our weak points. Also we want to know what the viewers want to see. We don't know yet if there's going to be a second season, but in case that we're going to do another one sometime, we want to know what you want to see. So please help us, it's not very long to complete, and it's going to help us for the future. So thank you everyone for viewing, and see you next week.